welcome back to my little workshop. Today I want to give you a little tour around this place and show you how I keep everything organized and how my workshop looks like. So let's get started. Right when we come in, there is a hanger by the door where I always keep my keys. They are handy, and I usually hang my bag over here. And also my apron is usually over there. But by the door, I've also put my end of day checklist because I forget a lot of things. So to remember all of these things, I keep them on my checklist. I also added a charger at the bottom because I have my charger with me over here and I always forget it to bring it back home. On this side of the wall, I've added all of the artworks that I had above my bench in my previous place, just to make the place look nicer, more interesting, and also more inspiring, like the Great Wave, for example. Okay, now let's check out this side of the room. So here in the center, there's an IKEA trolley. This is a kitchen trolley. It's the smaller one, and I believe it's called Beckfan. And as you can see, I use it for my heavier tools, like rolling mill, like ring bender, which isn't heavy, but it requires to be bolted down, so that was the perfect spot for it. Over here, like I mentioned, I keep some of my heavier tools. There are mandrels and attachments for ring bending tool, disc cutters, these are from Pepe Tools. Next to it, I have this newer addition to my workshop, which is this trolley, metal trolley, and I keep my silver supplies organized in this box. I also keep my DIY bench bag over here, which is just a regular cheap bench vise and a bench peg attached to it, and that's how I attach my bench bag, either on this bench or this one over here. Because I just have to let you know that I do have my jeweler's bench, but I don't have it here with me just yet. I still have to wait for it. I also keep my saw frame over here, some of the gemstones and projects that I started. There's also a blade butter, which I use for blades for sewing and for drilling. It's brilliant. And I also have this little toy washing machine. You can check out in the tips video how I used it as a little handy tiny tumbler. It's really great, so I keep it close by. Over here I have this paper bird, which I use as a catch tray for silver dust when I'm sewing. And there are also some binders in which I organize my silver supplies as well. Over here we've got some shelves with other tools that are organized. And starting from the top, I've got some packing supplies over here. I've got a little box that I got from IKEA, and I use it to keep some electronics and chargers and things like that. Over here, this is a temporary solution. This is for my mandrels and bezel mandrels, and I'm going to change it either into something like this, like a wooden box, or a very cool organizer that I saw on Metalsmith Society page. So either of these two, but I'm going to be changing this one. Then you probably recognize this box if you've watched my other videos. This is drawers like for pencils and art supplies, but I use it for storing my gemstones, and I absolutely love this. I haven't made many changes to it. Most of gemstones are organized pretty much exactly the same. I try to organize them by color and type, but I've ordered many new gemstones, so I'm going to have to reorganize these because right now I don't have more room for new gemstones, so I'm going to be making some changes over there. Here I've got this little box which is for wine, but it's honestly perfect for hammers. You can just reach out, grab one, it's just so handy. And near to this, I put this cute little anvil that my dad made. I really love it, it's so cute and very handy. And below that, I've got this drawer liner. It's for the kitchen. I got it from IKEA because I don't have my bench over here. I would normally store all of these little bits in drawers, but I don't have them here, so I keep them in this box, which isn't bad, honestly. Then in this basket, I've got all of these little boxes, and they are mostly to organize my attachments for rotary tool and also some silver components. So in this one, I've got attachments, extra ones for rotary tool. They are color coded, which I absolutely love. You can find these online, I think on Amazon and honestly any other shop. I found them in England, but I also saw them in Poland. So the country, most of countries should have them. So I really like these ones. And there are also these ones, and I love them for small components, like for example jump rings. This is just so handy and easily accessible. It's one of my favorite organization tips. I also have some Deco attachments over here and Luxie bars for polishing and finishing. Then below over here, I've got this wooden box, and I organized most of chemicals and things like that in one place. So I've got yellow flax for soldering, here's flax for preventing fire scale, here's smart pickle, which is pickle for cleaning, for pickling, for cleaning metal. This is a dispenser for this solution. I also have my patina over here, and there's also this thing, which I really have to try out very soon. And bench basics are also by Pepe Tools. They are really great, great price, and honestly, I really recommend them for your bench basics. Now, going to this side of the workshop, we've got something you could call a main thing, which is my main bench, which I used to work on most of the time. It's actually a regular desk that I use instead of my jeweler's bench for now, but it works just fine. So let me show you how I organized it. On this side we've got soldering station, and this is for the kitchen, but I use it to elevate my soldering board. I honestly really like that solution because I can move it around easily, and also this is not directly on the surface over here. Then on top of it, I've got my DIY spinning soldering board, which I made a video about how to make it. Check out the description box below if you're interested. And on top of it is my absolutely favorite soldering surface, which is this charcoal brick. It reflects the heat and it's brilliant. And I used binding wire to bind it to make it last a bit longer. Then there are some soldering tools over here, solder pick, tweezers, and this is a new torch that I got, and it's a no-name. Honestly, I have no idea what it's called. It was just in a regular shop, like hardware shop, and it's great because it's actually a bit stronger than my wonderful Dremel that I've been using since I started. So for now I am using these two combined, and I really like them. I've got this new flux solution. I started using this recently and I keep it in a smaller bottle on my bench, but I also have my old borax cone and dish over there. I used it for so many years, but now I swapped and I started using this one. Over here we've got these makeup boxes. I've got two, which are brilliant for organizing all of these small tools like tweezers, picks, files, you know, anything like that. These are soldering paste syringes organized in this handy holder. Then in these little boxes we've got silver supplies like little bowls, pre-made flowers that I've already made and will be combining with some of my designs. And in this little box I've got stamps mostly and like little other tools. Then there's this spinning organizer in which I have all of the attachments for the rotary tool with the flex shaft. And then in this little box over here, I've got sanding sticks and pliers, which are also very handy just over there. Here I have some little boxes. One of them is the one where I collect silver dust and scrap, and the other ones are with, you know, some little bits and bobs, some unfinished work, some templates, so that's where I keep that. And in this drawer I've got this organizer that I showed you in the recent tips video. I use it to organize some of my smaller components and things like that. And I also have a little box for similar items, some scrap, more scrap. There's always so much scrap, right? Some chain offcuts and little bits and bobs. So it's right in front of me. I've used this chair for some time now. It's quite comfortable. This is just the regular IKEA desk chair. It has wheels, which is great, has regulated height, and it swivels. So these are three main things that you want from a chair. But I also have another one that I wanted to show you today, and this is a chair by a brand called Muista, and they were very kind to send this one to me to try it out, test it out. And I was very curious to try it, because when I sit for a very long time on this one, it really hurts my back. It's not very comfortable. So that's why I was very curious to try this one. So when they offered to send me this chair to test it out, I said, yeah, sure, because I was really looking forward to trying an alternative. So like I said, this one doesn't have wheels, it doesn't have regulated height, but as you can see, it rocks, and it's meant to release, like, help with the pressure and tension in your back when you're sitting for longer hours. So you are essentially moving a little bit when you are doing something, you know, you can rock a little bit, move your body. And I tried it, obviously not with certain jobs, because there are some things that we as jewelers shouldn't be moving while doing. But I tried this one, especially when I'm sitting for a longer period of time. I actually tried it also when I'm sewing, which was very interesting to do. And I must say, it's really great. I think it might be even better when you're working on the computer. So I'm actually going to move it to my flat and now try it out while I'm editing or updating my shop, editing photos, you know, doing all of the admin work, because I have exactly the same swivel chair at home, and it always hurts me so much to sit on it for so long. So that's why I'm really excited to try this one with the computer. But surprisingly, it was very useful in the jeweler's workshop. So I want to say a huge thank you to Muista for allowing me to try this chair, and honestly, I'm very happy. Let me show you how it looks like. It has a very nice, comfortable sit over here. It's wooden, and as you can see, it is rocking, and you can sit on it in two different ways. You can probably figure that out already, that you can sit over here, or you can sit on it like you would sit on a horse. So honestly, this is so much fun for us adults that are not using those, you know, rocking horses anymore. Unless you do, then more power to you, but I am not, and I was just so excited to try this one. Oh no, this fell. Okay, now let's check out the last side of the workshop. So on this side of the workshop, I keep my lamp, which is adding a lot of light to this space. So this makes a huge difference. Then over here, I keep my books, some documents, some like things, the templates, things that I use. Here is my little tea making station. There's some tea, some snacks, mostly tea actually. There are more tools below over here. And then in this box, I've got some packing supplies. And also on this side, I forgot to show you, I still have this handy basket. and I still use it to hang my saw frames and also my headphones when they are charging. There are more saw blades over here, and here's my mask. But I really need to get a new one. This one's rubbish now. It's been used so much. I really need a new one. And I also have some smaller masks like these in this little box over there. This is a fake flower. Honestly, these fake flowers from IKEA are so great. I really like this one. It looks so real. And because I can't really keep a lot of fresh flowers in this space, this one helps because it just makes the space look so much nicer. But I really love these bamboos. These are from IKEA too. I hope you've enjoyed this video and seeing how I organized my space. Maybe some of the solutions that I use will inspire you too in your workshop. That's it for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!